Hello, this is the VAK Victory Raid Guard. This is a podcast. Alright, we start out with me spawning, because I lost connection to the game. I start to shoot Sherlock. Notice what's going on here, that he only has police baton. And I say that we win is because before I lost connection, he kept saying that we won. So right now, he's just saying no. And my good old soldier, DJ, is going to cover. And watch, he's going to say that he won exactly. And so, I'm just playing this game. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm sorry for any Bactovians that are aggravated. And I'm just mentioning to him, it's on video. And I said it's for proof, because I'm sure he will deny. No, I am positive that he will deny it. He will post on his wall that he said it. He's gonna say, I'm the winner, you're the loser. And you should have seen how many times I took this guy down before. And I'm asking you what YouTube says. And remember, this is a podcast. This is a separate video. And he says he's a video. I'd like to see that posted. I solemnly doubt. And Marcus specifically said in the beginning, he called us nubs, and then after that, he began to saying that we're cowards because we ran. But specifically, I walk up to people and attack them with the scatter blaster. And he's calling us the coward, he's the one who's running away. And I'm sorry that I died. My health got fairly low because I was talking to him. But I will get revenge on the previous ones. Because I'm just Bactovian like that. And so this random guy pops up, the guy wearing the blue scarf. I don't know who he is. He might be in VAK, but he seems to be out of uniform, so that is the reason that I'm shooting at him. Oh, and I'd like to mention that Sherlock, his name's really Sherlock Holmes 1, he said that I was in VAK. He tried to convince one of our new recruits, Jason, that we weren't in. But he did a bad job of it. I mean, it was just horrible. And so we're around 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, shooting with the ego expander, because I know as soon as he gets off the spawn, I can just explode him. It's not considered spawn killing if his shield's still on, remember. And so, this guy's getting kind of annoying. He begins to shoot at me. He's jumping. And I'm gonna go with a head-on impact with my scatter blaster. Oh, and Sherlock seems to be attacking me with a police baton. Originally, the police batons were not meant to kill on the first hit, because they were used for police. And notice he tries to shoot me with the nice ray. I don't know what that's gonna do. Usually I find it fairly dumb, because they could still shoot. They can't really shoot at you successfully. And, oh, looks like I got hit, but that's not going to stop me. I seem to be jumping. And sorry for the random noise in the background. That is a Bactovian meeting going on. And I'm just doing voiceovers. And I am not running. Notice that I am walking up to him, and he was backing up. I cannot take all the credit. DJ Gold and Jason helped me out. I sent out a cry for help. Not necessarily a cry, but a request for help. He's calling me a coward. Okay, stop running. If the U.S. Army is in trouble, and they're getting shot at, nothing's going wrong, they're just a little wounded, would they run? Of course. And he's calling us stupid with bad grammar. What do you know? And what do you know? He calls us a noob. I never, ever usually call people noobs. And I don't think there's going to be any exception for it. And watch, he says he's gone, but he isn't really, because he says... He keeps saying that that's like the third time he's done that. And I apologize for the bad sound quality, as I do not have my microphone with him. And he says that I can't fight, and that guy decides to retreat. And after this, I apologize for any random bubbles in the background. I told these guys not to interrupt me. Somehow they still didn't. And really, he asked to pwn. Little cough there. There is no gun room. He does know that the Vactovian coalition removed the gun room a while ago due to these purposes, where random people breaking in, and just completely assaulting us. And he's calling his friend Marcus. Now notice, I do not hate people. I have been in war with someone named iJoker. He was still my friend. I just look at it as a competitive side of view. And here we go, again. Sherlock tries to charge her the baton. And notice that I do not die often. You wanna know why? Because I jump. And jumping is... there's no rule against it. But there is rules against vulgar language. I wouldn't say that the word noob is vulgar language. But yeah, you get what I mean. I hope. And watch, I took one guy down. I'm gonna follow this guy up. And I think I only died 2 to 4 times in this video. And how many times did I die? A little game. Count how many times that each one of them died, write down their usernames, and post it on the comments. I'd like to see how much each people died. Alright, so I'm gonna follow this guy, and I think I die on this time. Yes, I do. And the only reason I'm dying is this is meant for small corridors, and this is a pretty weird place. It's like the scatter blaster bullets cannot resist here, but disruptor bullets can. And I think I might kill... yeah, and I killed him. So I guess that was an entire loss. So notice that this video is fairly long. That's because this is how long they decided to disturb us. So I hit him with that to impair his vision a little bit. Well, not necessarily impair, but annoy him. The person looks very unattractive after they've been hit. And he's telling his soldiers to stop. I mean, come on, they don't even have a uniform. Do you even have people without a uniform? The U.S. Army has a uniform. What if the U.S. Army went out without a uniform? Can you imagine how much times they'd get team shot? DJ Gold got shot down, and I gave him a disruptor before, because I know he's really good with it. And he's saying I know my plan. I had no plan. This is just a random scatterbuster assault. And yeah, he left. Basically, they left. So I guess it's a victory for us. So 3 people, well 4. That Jason kid in the blue hoodie thing in the back is pretty... he was a good body shield. And I'm just mentioning that's all on tape because I'd rather not lie. And he says he wants a weapon. And that guy's disturbing me. And I'm just giving a shout out to YouTube because I wasn't really expecting for a podcast like this. Just to mention, just a fact, this is my very, very first podcast ever. I'm actually kind of excited. I fairly like podcasts. I'm sure later in the few podcasts with all these victories, I will get a mic and it's going to sound pristine clear. Well, I guess that's kind of victory for us. And they tell us that we're running, that we're in a who's when I specifically come up with a shotgun. When's the last time that you saw someone snipe with a shotgun other than Battlefield 2? I mean, with airsoft, pellet, air rifle, even with Nerf guns, shotguns, they're not meant for long range. And if you notice, with close range, if you point the gun at the person, and if you begin to shoot, it's not going to work. It's going to go right through them. So, what am I supposed to do? I don't own a baton. I'm not going to waste my money on that. Maybe later I will, but right now, I'm fine with this stuff. I mean, a crossbow for, like, some traps. The pistol is pretty good to give to other people. My scatter blaster, that's what I use. This is, I get an advantage when the people spawn. This is, if I get long range, and disruptors mid-range. And the bear is, if I ever drop it, then I could just, yeah, kind of, they won't be able to go. And so there they go. I just would like to thank all my viewers, and thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.